morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the terms related to circles. Yes? So you know what a circle is? Yes? Do you know all what a circle is? Yes, you can see you have all learned and you have seen this shape in your previous classes. Okay? Now today I'll tell you the exact definition of a circle. Now if I take a point, fixed point, that is C. Yes? I take a thread, fix it at point C, and I move that thread. Yes, I'll just hook the thread at this point and I'll just move the thread in such a way that the distance, that it remains tight. Yes, that its distance from here is always same. Now suppose this is the moving point. Yes, this is point of the on the string which we will move, and this is the point on the string which will be tight. Yes, if I move this point such a way that this point P is moving, yes, so that its distance from the center C, which is called the center of the circle, yes, remains constant, then the path that it will take, yes, now suppose this is hooked, yes, this point is fixed and this point is moving, and the distance of P from C remains constant. Like if it goes to S point also, then it is also P, SC is also same as PC. So P is moving in such a way that its distance from the center, from the point which is hooked, yeah, is same, then the path that it takes is a circle. Now what is the C called? C is called the center of the circle. Yes. And what is this length PC called? PC is called the radius of the circle. And then if we draw a line, if we just produce this line to cut the other part of this circle, then this line PQ is called the diameter. Yes, and you know that diameter is 2 times, see this distance PC is same as QC, so diameter is 2 times the radius. Diameter is twice the radius of a circle. If you know that the diameter is 10 centimeter, you can write the radius as 5 centimeter. And if the radius is given as 5 centimeter, the diameter will be 2 into 5, that is 10 centimeter. Okay, this is the relation between diameter and radius of a circle. Now next term is chord. I hope this is clear. C is the center of the circle, P is a moving point, yes, and PC is called the radius of the circle, whereas PQ is called the diameter of the circle. Yes. Now coming to another term which is chord. C-H-O-R-D, chord. Now what is a chord? A chord is a line segment that cuts the this is called the circumference of a circle. Yes. This whole perimeter or the boundary of a circle is called the circumference. Okay. And if it cuts, if I draw a line segment which cuts this at 2 points, yes, circumference at any 2 points, then this RS is called the chord. Yes, RS is called chord of a circle. Now, what can you say about PQ? Is it the chord? Yes. Is it the chord? Yes. PQ is also the chord of the circle because it's cutting the circumference at 2 points and it has a fixed length. Yes, so PQ is the longest. As you draw chords, children, as we come near to the center, the chords become, the size of the chord increases. And we can say that the diameter is always the longest chord. Yes, please note down this. The diameter is the longest chord of a circle. What is a chord? Chord is a line which we draw. Yes, any 2 points, which cuts any 2 points on the circumference. But the condition is it should cut on the circumference. You cannot say that this is a chord. Yes, this cannot be a chord. Why? Because it is not cutting the circle at any 2 points, circumference at any 2 points. Clear? So chord is and diameter is also a chord, and it is called the longest chord. Now coming to the other word, which is secant. Yes, secant. See, Mn is a secant. If you see Mn is a secant, what is the difference between a chord and a secant? What can be the difference between a chord and a secant, children? Yes, chord, like the same difference as we have of a line and a line segment. Yes, a line, a secant is Mn is a secant. It is a line that cuts the circumference at 2 points. It is a line. It doesn't have any fixed length. whereas we can say chord is a line segment, yes, that cuts the circumference at any 2 points. Understood the difference? As the same difference as we have of a chord, of a line and a line segment, the same difference is there in a secant and a chord. You can say a chord is a part. If I take this part of the secant, this will be chord. Yes, but if this is a line which goes, that is a secant. A line which cuts the circumference at any 2 points is called a secant, whereas a chord is a line segment which cuts the circumference at any 2 points. Chord has a definite length, whereas secant does not have a definite length. Now another term is tangent. Please note down these terms. Radius, diameter, which is the longest chord, relation between diameter and radius, then comes the chord, then comes the secant, and this is the tangent. Now see, if AB is a tangent, can you all see this? AB is a tangent. Yes, what is a tangent? Tangent comes from the word touch. Yes, a line that touches the circle at one point. It touches the circle at any one point. You can draw innumerable chords, you can draw innumerable diameters, you can draw innumerable, yes, at any, if you take different points, you can draw so many tangents. Yes, this is also a tangent. This is also a tangent. You can draw so many tangents. Yes, so from different points, but from one point I'll tell you how many tangents. Tangent is a line, okay, that touches the circle at one point only, and this point, which is D point, is called what? It is called the point of contact. Yes, AB is a tangent. Yes, word comes from the word touch. Yes, that means it touches and goes. Okay, it doesn't cut. Yes, it will not cut at 2 points. It just touches at this point D and it goes on. So it is not a line segment, it is a line. Yes, that touches the circumference at any one point. Yes, is a tangent, and tangent, the point at which it touches the circle is called, like D is the point of contact. Okay, I hope all these terms are clear to all of you. Radius, diameter, chord, and the differences between them. Secant and tangent. Secant is a line, tangent is a line, chord is a line segment. Diameter is the longest chord. Diameter is also a chord. I hope this is clear to all of you. Yes. Now coming to the property of a tangent. Yes, all this proving that you will learn in higher classes, children. Yes, you won't understand if I'll try to prove it here. Now, if this is a circle and if I draw a tangent, this is tangent PT, which is touching at point P. If I draw any from, and C is the center of the circle. If I draw a line from the center of the circle to the tangent, yes, it will be perpendicular to, it is always perpendicular, tangent is always perpendicular to the line which is coming from the center to the point of contact. So we can say that CP is perpendicular to PT. Note it down. Yes, CP is a line, any line. If I take any other tangent, suppose if I take this is the tangent. Yes, this is another tangent. This is the center of the circle. And if I if I draw this line here, it will be perpendicular. That is the rule. Yes, that is the rule. If you draw a line, yes, if you draw this from the center of the circle, if you join the point of contact, yes, let this be any other point, let this be Q point. Yes, if you join this and from Q you draw a tangent, then that tangent is perpendicular to this, or you can say the CQ is perpendicular to the tangent, or tangent is always perpendicular to the distance, the line from the center of the circle. Please note it down. Yes, because in conceptual understanding, questions of this kind are asked. They may, yes, from the center, this line should be from the center. Okay, from no other point. Now coming to how many tangents can be drawn. Yes, if I take a circle, if I draw a circle at one point, I can draw only one tangent. Yes, at another, see, there are innumerable points, so you can draw innumerable tangents touching this. Okay, it should be touching. but at a given point, again I am repeating this, from if a point is given, yes, at a given point on the circumference, one and only one tangent can be drawn. Okay. Now next is comes if a point is on the, if the point is on the circumference, only one tangent can be drawn. But if a point lies, now suppose this is a point which lies outside the circle. From outside the circles, two tangents can be drawn. Yes, two tangents PM and PN are the two tangents that can be drawn from the point outside the circle. And both these tangents are equal. I hope it is clear. Again, what is a tangent? A tangent is a line that touches the circle at one point. The point at which it touches is called the point of contact. Yes, a tangent is always perpendicular to the line from the center of the circle. On a point, if a point lies on the circle, if there is a point on the circle, one and only one tangent can be drawn. And if a point lies outside the circle, from outside the circle you can draw two tangents which touch the circle. Yes, only two tangents can be drawn and both these tangents are equal. You can say that PM is equal to PN. I hope it is clear, children. Yes, what is a chord? All the terms. Now coming to another terms. Another terms are, now I'll tell you what is an arc of a circle. Yes, you know that this is a circle. Clear? This is a circle. Not that exact. I can't make that exact. Okay, we can make it through a compass. Now this is a circle. This whole length boundary is called the circumference. Circumference. Yes, which is, if you talk about straight lines, it is called the perimeter. But when we come to circle, we call it circumference. If I take a part of it, part of the circumference, this part, yes, if we cut out this much, yes, this is not a straight line, yes, it's not a straight line, it is called arc. Arc, A-R-C, arc. You draw arcs with the compass, same way. Now, if this is the center of the circle, you can draw, take the radius 5 centimeter, draw an arc, yes, like this. Now, this arc AB, if I call it as AB, this smaller part is called as minor arc. Yes, see, you can see this arc is AB, smaller arc, and the bigger arc is also AB. Yes, this is the bigger part, bigger arc. So the smaller part is called minor arc, whereas this bigger part, yes, the bigger, yes, length of, if the AB is dividing the circumference into two arcs. Yes, AB points are dividing the whole circumference into two arcs. The smaller is called the minor arc, yes, and the bigger is called the major arc, M-A-J-O-R. Major means big. Okay. So, AB, 2 points on the circumference, divide the circumference into two arcs. The smaller arc is called minor arc, and if I consider this part, it is called major arc. Yes, we write minor arc AB and major arc AB. Now, if I draw a chord, now suppose this is a chord. This is a chord AB. Okay. If I draw a chord, this divides the circle, yes, the interior of the circle into two parts. Yes, again I am drawing again a fresh diagram. Yes, this is a circle. Yes, and if I draw this arc, if I draw this, a chord AB. I hope the difference, chord is a line, whereas arc is the curved path. Okay. If I draw this, a chord, then it divides it into two parts. The area is divided into two parts, and they are called segments. What are they called? And they are big. One is bigger segment and the other is smaller segment. So this part is called major segment, and this part is called, same thing, minor segment. So a chord divides it into two segments, major segment and minor segment. Okay, understood? What is an arc? Arc is a part of the circumference. Arc can be minor, smaller is called minor arc, the bigger is called the major arc. The chord divides the circle. If I draw a chord, it divides the circle into two segments. major segment and minor segment. Now same way, if I draw a circle and if I draw two radii, radius, the plural of radius is radii. If I draw two radii, see this will be equal to this. This is the center of the circle. You know that this distance, all the radii of a circle are equal. Now this is also dividing the interior of the circle into two parts, isn't it? If I draw two radii, so we get two portions. It is dividing the area of the circle into two parts. Now these parts where the area divides, they are called sectors. S-E-C-T-O-R. They are called sectors. This is the smaller sector, which is minor sector, and this part is called the major sector. Major, M-A-J-O-R, major sector, S-E-C-T-O-R. Clear? So radii, we say radii because there are two radius. Yes, radii divides the circle into two parts which are called sectors, major sector and minor sector, whereas a chord divides it into two segments, which is major segment and minor segment. Similarly, 2 points on the circumference divides it into two arcs, that is minor arc and this is the major arc. Okay, this is the major arc. Clear, children? I hope this is clear. All the terms are clear. Now, one more thing. One thing that you will be using in solving the problems is that a tangent is always perpendicular to the center to the line from the center of the circle to the point of contact. A tangent is always perpendicular. This is very, very important because you will be using in solving the exercise. Another important thing that you will be using is that if there is a circle, angle in a, see, if I draw this circle, yes, and if I take this is the center of the circle, then I take this arc, suppose AB is an arc, yeah, AB will subtend some angle at the center, AB subtends some angle at the center, isn't it? This is called angle subtend. Angle ACB is the angle of the sector, you can say, or you can say angle subtended by this arc at the center of the circle. Okay, angle subtended by, see, this is minor arc is subtending this angle, whereas major arc is subtending this angle. I hope it is clear. Yes, so angle subtended at the center. Now, if I talk about a semicircle, I hope you all know what a semicircle is, children. Yes, what is a semicircle? A semicircle, yes, is half of a circle. Yes, this is a circle. And if I draw a diameter, yes, a diameter which is always passes through the center of the circle. Please remember this. Now, if I take this diameter, PQ is a diameter and C is the center. Diameter divides the circle into two equal halves. And this half of a circle is called as semicircle. Now, the angle which this diameter subtends at any point, if I take any point on the circumference, suppose I take this point as R, yes, then this diameter is subtending how much angle at this point R is this PRQ. PRQ is the angle which the diameter subtends at the center of the circle. Sorry, at any point on the circumference of a circle. Sorry. Yes, PQ is a diameter. R is any point on the circumference. Very, very important point. You will not be able to solve the exercise if you don't understand this. PQ is the diameter of the circle. Yes, then this is the R is any point on the circumference. So angle PRQ. PRQ is always a right angle. You can take any point. You can take the point here. Now this is a semicircle. PQ is a diameter. Yes, and this is S point, suppose. Any point S. Then if I join the ends of the diameter to this point, yes, on the circumference, then this angle will be a right angle, proving you will learn in higher classes, children. Yes. So just need to understand, or we say that angle in a semicircle. Yes, if I draw a semicircle and any angle in a semicircle is always a right angle. Clear? So what all we have learned? We have learned today all the terms: chord, radius, diameter, chord, secant, tangent. Then we have learned the relation between diameter and radius. We have learned that diameter is the longest chord. Then we have learned that a tangent is always perpendicular to the line from the center of the circle at the point of contact. If there is a point on the circle, from there only one tangent can be drawn. But if the point lies outside the circle, two tangents can be drawn and both the tangents are equal. All this you will be using in solving the exercise, children. Clear? Tangent is perpendicular to the line from the center. The tangents from external point are equal. Then I told you about arc, minor and major arc. Then I told you about segments, minor and major segment. Then I told you about sector, minor and major sector. Then I told you about that in a semicircle, yes, angle in a semicircle is a right angle. How? Or you can say the diameter always subtends 90 degree at any point on this. Any point, you take any point, any x, y, z, any point. Yes, if I take PQ is the diameter and if I take this x is the point, any point you can use this. You can by drawing also you can compare, you can find that this angle is always a right angle. Okay? Yes, now try to do the exercise. Thank you.